Hello everybody, it is I, Samael, aka the Freedom Frog, and we are here, back, in the world of the Outer Worlds, for Sci-Fi Sunday, the Outer Worlds, indeed. And today we are starting Peril on Gorgon. Oh yes, the DLC, the second DLC, we completed the Halcyon Helen DLC, the Murder on Eredanos DLC. Yes, we finished that last time, didn't we? Can you not bug for 3 seconds? I'm trying to do my intro. Anyway, how is everyone? Hopefully you are all well. Oh, I am peeking ever so slightly. Let's not do that. How can we address this real quick? Quick tweak of the audio level. Okay. Oh, yeah, no. Why are we so loud all of a sudden? I'm not normally. Let me push this back. I apologize for the sounds of the microphone being moved. There we go. Let's do that. Yes. So, I am in the very tail end of the flu. The very tail end. And, still a bit sniffly. But other than that, I am almost back on form. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The DLC, the last one, the Halcyon Helen one, I appreciated the story. I did. Mechanically speaking, though, I wasn't thrilled. And the sort of the more time I spent away from it, and the more I thought about it, the less fondly I remember it. So I'm hoping that Peril on Gorgon is going to be better. We'll see. Let's get into it. Let's have a look-see. Thank you already to the people that have dropped a like on this stream, and thank you to all of those people that do go on to drop a like on it as we progress, whether it be now live or in the future. You guys really help me out. So yeah, gets out into the algorithm.
No more fertilizer shipments be brought on board. Who keeps ordering these?
Who indeed, Ada? Who indeed? Because it ain't me, and I am the captain of this ship. So what the hell? But yes, you guys help out, you get it out into the algorithm, and it lets everybody know that is subscribed with the notification bell turned on, because those don't always fire for some reason. But yeah, interaction with the stream does seem to be the way that that gets out there, so...
Welcome back, Captain. Or shall I call you Inspector? What can I do for you?
I'm not the Inspector anymore, I finished the Eredanos job.
During your absence, I passed the time by simulating a number of hypothetical conclusions to this case. Unfortunately, my understanding of the facts is limited, and my appraisal of the individuals involved is not flattering. Therefore, my conclusions are inaccurate.
Oh, Ada, sounds like you missed me.
I have been awaiting closure for the details of your investigation. However, I have also been keenly aware of your absence. I have a growing library of information about you. Attitude, behavioral tendencies, dietary habits, sleep patterns. Cataloging human behavior is essential to maintaining my simulation protocols. Will you satisfy my curiosity subroutines and tell me who killed Halcyon Helen?
You first. What's your theory?
My simulations have yielded several possible causes of death. Halcyon Helen may have been killed by one or all of the following: asphyxiating on Rizzo's Spectrum Brown, grappling with a primal while inebriated, killed by an overzealous fan, death by automechanical, or profound loneliness. How close were my estimations?
Why don't I just tell you what happened?
Please, do so.
The real killer was Administrator Ludovico.
Administrator Ludovico killed Halcyon Helen? I have been programmed to simulate contempt and mild surprise. Mr. Ludovico had the audacity to hire you to solve a murder he committed? I am contemptuous and mildly surprised. This information is valuable to me. I will update my behavior simulation protocol accordingly. Thank you, Captain.
No problem.
How can I be of assistance?
Talk to you later, Ada.
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. but it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
So, going forwards. Lockpick's quite high. I think I'm gonna slap all my points into hack. Because we seem to be a bit lacking throughout that last DLC, didn't we? Let's see. Let's see. I really should start using TTD more often. So maybe I'll go with that. Although I've noticed that it doesn't seem to last very long. So maybe we go with this instead. I'm gonna go with that. Let's do that. There's not really very much else. We'll do that. So Ellie, Felix, perks. Give him the same. I think we're just going to do that for all of our followers. So when they go down, it's quite annoying. The Kamax, go to perks, do you as well, boom, go. And Sam. Sam is the only one that I've not got an awful lot of experience with him. We're just going to run with that. Okay, that's that out of the way. So, let's get on with, if we go to our journal, the ones who walk away from Gorgon. Let's do this. Speak with Mini Ambrose. So we opened the package, and we went through that little sort of interactable scene, shall we say. So now we're going to speak to Mini Ambrose. A cryptic phonograph left by Lucky Montoya mentioned a high-stakes job and a wealthy client, Mini Ambrose. The job was dangerous enough to cost Lucky his arm and possibly his life. Onwards. To Gorgon. Okay, hopefully game sound is absolutely fine. Who should we take out with us? So this is probably going to be the investigative stuff so far. Ellie is quite good in that regard. I don't think I'm going to take Vicar Max with me, though. I think I will take... let's see. Felix Nyoka, Felix Nyoka, Felix Nyoka. Let's take Nyoka.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company.
I know.
Follow. Do not stray from the path.
Aw, that's no fun.
Yeah.
Been there, little guy.
Yeah. Let's go.
It can help itself. Please do not be concerned.
Well then. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, we had that very heavy weapon on, didn't we? Let's take that off, because we saved that for the boss fights. The Needler. Not especially good. I think we slap that on for the time being.
Keep your guard up. Could be all manner of surprises in there.
At
Yeah,
the
no
very
kidding.
least, there ought to be something worth stealing in there.
Ugh.
Okay, maybe not.
I take it back. Ain't nothing here but memories.
Apparently not. Don't join me for a drink, Mr. Whoever you are. So who the devil are you?
Sam Granot, Captain of the Unreliable.
You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass. To Gorgon.
To Gorgon.
To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, handsome? I take it you didn't come all this way for the beverages, the starry skies, or the pleasant company.
Hear about a severed arm.
A severed arm? How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop?
This arm came with a portable phonograph that mentioned you by name.
Really? Huh. Now this severed limb, did it have dark hair? Rugged knuckles? Chewed fingernails? A gunslinger's calluses?
Sounds about right.
Aha! Mystery solved. I can only think of one man daring enough to jettison his extremities on my behalf. Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man. Very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles.
He's definitely not doing that anymore.
But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now?
Sorry about your loss.
Thank you. But the people in my orbit come and go all the time. Occupational hazard. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback.
His recording mentioned a high-stakes job.
Funny that you should bring that up. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job.
Remember, play hard to get. That's negotiation.
You're awful quick to trust a bunch of strangers that broke into your home.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. Incidentally, someone good with their hands.
Well, likely I might have wind up like your old freelancer.
The man lost an arm. What are the odds of that happening twice? Of course, Gorgon is a treacherous place, and my own family's involvement with it has been fraught. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck.
I'm not surprised. Spacer's Choice is one big accident waiting to happen.
I wish I could say otherwise. One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying.
What did they say about her?
Everything you can imagine and more. Dereliction of duty, circulating anti-corporate memos, taking longer than average coffee breaks. The list goes on. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid, and my family took the fall for it.
Tell me about your mother.
I admired Mother, but we weren't close. She disapproved of everything about me, really. I couldn't measure up to her example. She didn't make time for us. I remember thinking that she never wanted a child, and never forgave me for being one. Naive and irresponsible as I was.
Sound familiar, Ellie?
Trust me, we are nothing alike.
A kindred spirit. Well, well, charmed. Today is full of surprises. Mother worked herself to the bone. She wanted to make the colony a better place, no matter who or what got sacrificed along the way. She never spared a thought for those of us who cherished her, who suffered for her idea of progress.
So Gorgon pulled you apart.
We weren't terribly close to begin with, I'm afraid. But that accursed asteroid certainly didn't improve our relations. Mother and Gorgon were made for each other. I had the misfortune to be stuck in the middle.
What do you think happened on Gorgon?
I don't know. And Spacer's Choice won't say. They don't discuss anything that tarnishes their brand. Gorgon has a dark history. The project fell apart. Personnel were shuffled across the system. With Mother gone, now I'm all that's left.
Where's your father in all of this?
Father lost more than his job on Gorgon. I'll say no more than that. The asteroid may look like a glittering jewel, but I assure you the resemblance ends there. Gorgon is poisonous to the core. One might even say cursed. I need your help, Captain. Project Gorgon killed Mother and disgraced the Ambrose name, and no one has been held accountable. Spacer's Choice buried the past like a dirty secret.
Are you interested in justice, revenge, or both?
Neither. It's vindication I want. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth kicking and screaming into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility.
Danger and corporate intrigue. This sounds like my kind of job.
I admire your enthusiasm. This manor has echoed with my own we, and I can feel you breathing new life into the walls. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks.
What'd you tell Lucky about this job?
I told him everything I've told you. Just the facts. Maybe a couple of harmless embellishments. Why?
I'm trying to calculate the odds of this gig getting me killed.
It's sure to be 100% with that attitude. Still, you're smart to ask. Lucky spent most of our time together spinning a pistol around his index finger. Not sure he'll listen to any of my advice.
More bravado than talent, huh? I know the type.
He had an aura of rugged individualism that was quite charming. Not that it helped him in the end. But you won't let me down, will you, Captain?
I'll try not to, since it's my life on the line.
That's the spirit. There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
I think I've heard of that place. Cheap whiskey, rough crowd. You'll love it.
Ought to stop in and taste the local flavor.
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that sound?
What's the catch? There's always a catch.
The catch? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse. Believe me, that's enough. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels.
Maybe you don't need to hear this from me, but I'm sorry about your mother.
Spacer's Choice should be the one apologizing, but thank you. Sincerely. A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
Salvage rights and a paycheck? This is almost too good to be true.
It's not theft if she's giving us permission.
Let's see what chat's saying here. Jade says her voice and personality does not fit her look, but that might be a perspective issue. Mama says, not gonna lie, her voice is doing it for me, right? She says, same, I just don't think it goes with the look. Vibes, oh, vibes, not gives. Ah, I see. Stupid thumbs. I just don't think, no, I mean, gives kind of works there, Shady. Yeah, I mean, you know, clearly her, seductive, qualities, shall we say, are being, you know, played up. She is just using us to get what she wants. But, you know, fair enough. Let's have a look around the place first. Woo-wee. Golden toilet. Dearest mother and father, I've paced the halls of this gilded cage long enough. Since you won't permit me to help the family business, I'm leaving to start a business of my own. Am I too young for such ambitions? Perhaps, but that is a risk you take when you fashion a daughter in your image. Byzantium will welcome me with open arms. Won't that be a new sensation? If I ever return, it'll be to claim my rightful spot at the head of this family. Minnie. So, let's do some predictions, shall we? That's kind of delightful. In a weird way. So predictions. Her mother's still alive in some capacity. Space's choice was up to no good. I mean, that's just an easy one, right? Let me think. Space's choice was up to some sort of secret research or something along those lines for a new type of weapon, I think. New type of weapon, something to do with a material that is uniquely found on Gorgon, maybe a crystal. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Use terminal. Woolly loaf is now being prepped. Some raw ingredients are missing, may not be prepared properly, or errors may occur, space choice, yada yada yada, exit. Ooh, secret tunnel.
Think they've ever tried to use this while the fireplace was on?
So some money in a thing I can't get into. Open that. Bracelet. Pocket watch. Interesting. All right. Along that wilderness of glass, no swellings tell that winds may be. Upon some far-off happier sea, no heavings hint that winds have been on seas less hideously serene. EAP. Anu no EAP. Select a user. Olivia. Logs. Okay, this woman going to give birth to a healthy child. Perhaps there's a strange distinction to call her healthy, but after all I've endured to finally meet her, it matters. That she exists at all against the odds matters. I will call her Wilhelmina after my late brother Wilhelm. I hope the law is kinder to her than it was to him. I hope for many things, truthfully, that she be smart and shrewd, that she be strong, relentless, undeniable. Most of all, I hope for her a steel spine, that she does not bend when Halcyon would break her, that she should be stronger than I. Oh, that's a beautiful thing to say about your newborn, I suppose. Return to logs. Oh, hold on. So this were a couple of months later in March. Well, a month later in March. I must find Minnie a wet nurse. She demands to be fed throughout the day and night, and I simply cannot get a single thing done. The nurse will need to be exceptional, smart, educated, of means. Minnie must have the best start if she's going to survive the pit of vipers that is the Byzantium elite. Then there is the matter of a governess. I can't watch the child constantly, not if I'm to do my work. How soon must I begin looking? Naturally, she'll have to be the exceptional as well, and exceptional Byzantines don't exactly grow on trees. I'll persuade Harvey to investigate this for me. The man has little else to do. In November, 5 years after the fact. I don't understand how anyone of ambition has time to keep a journal. I certainly don't, yet here I am indulging myself. Minnie's influence, no doubt. Her behavior concerns me. She's clingy and emotional. At 5, she should be starting to show some personality, not crying for her mother when I leave for another stint on Gorgon. This must be the fault of Marie, her governess, as Minnie certainly didn't learn this behavior from me. I'll have to fire the woman. It's clear she's not capable of instilling in Minnie a correct understanding of how to behave. Harvey despairs of ever finding a governess who meets my preposterous standards. He and I went in circles on the issue for hours, but he came around to my thinking eventually. Why shouldn't I want what's best for my daughter? Maybe I'll fire him too. June, 8 years later. I'm at my wit's end with Minnie. At 13, she should have already mastered basic chemistry, physics, and mathematics, but she can barely handle long division. She struggles to remember the simplest equations and formulas, no matter how many times her governess rapped her knuckles. By the time I was her age, I'd already made dynamite in my grandfather's laboratory. The only thing Minnie's made explode is my head. Her father asks why we don't just send her to boarding school, but I abhor the thought of her surrounded by those coddled idiots. More alarming still, she's begun to show an interest in romance serials and painting. She may have a strong grasp of colour theory, and she shows some promise with watercolours, but surely that's the result of her education in spectroscopy, not any innate skill. What value has art, anyway? She gave me a truly dreadful painting of Frances this morning, and I haven't a clue what to do with it. Perhaps I'll stuff it in my desk. We'll have a good laugh over it when she's grown and finally come to her senses. Harsh woman. Let's see. April the 28th, 2348. 9 years after the fact. Lucien appeared at the manor this morning. I thought him here for me, to finally wring my neck after our latest tiff, but no, it was much worse than that. He'd come to speak to Minnie. No need to guess why. She's taken it upon herself to manage the household these last few years, since neither her father nor I have the time, or frankly inclination. Under her watch, the staff's productivity has increased 35% while reducing our costs an astonishing 67%. We've saved tens of thousands of bits. Harvey tipped Lucien off, I expect. Now he wants to bring her on to help manage the Gorgon facilities, which I refused over Minnie's vociferous protestations. She cried after he left. I only wish that I could tell her why. Deleted logs. October 14th, 2348. How did I raise such a willful daughter? She's no longer requesting to join the project, but demanding. I'm ready! I can help you! It's what I want! She doesn't know what she's asking. Gorgon is not safe. Compound X is in the air. It's infected the water and the food. It's no longer just the test subjects and the laboratory techs in danger now. Even the general staff are beginning to feel its effects. Even I feel it. I'm tied up in knots. I know what I must do, the only way I can persuade her away, but it'll kill me to do it. Minnie, I'll say. You just don't have what it takes. You're too shallow, too simple, too weak. She'll hate me for it, and I'm sure it will destroy her, but it will work. She'll be safe. That's all I care about now. Year and a half later. Harvey is gone. His body's still alive, but the man I married is dead. He broke into my office and stole the last of my release candidate ampules, busted the door to splinters in his withdrawal fury. I chartered a shuttle to bring him to the facility for medical care. Even convinced Priantha to oversee the transfer. He didn't want to, was worried it wasn't safe, but I begged him. Harvey killed the shuttle crew. Priantha too. But the shuttle wouldn't take off without its pilot, and I couldn't stop his raging, so I left the ship on the landing pad for days. Watched him tear it to pieces with his bare hands. He lost a lot of blood. I brought him inside once he finally passed out and shoved him into a stasis solution tube. My work did this to him. Mine. Me. I did this. Man. Things went downhill quick here, didn't they? Long division whooped my ass. Honestly, frankly, long division was the one thing, the one aspect of math that I struggled with. Just could not wrap my head around, like, sort of seeing the numbers, I suppose. Couldn't keep the numbers in my head for it. Better at it now, obviously, but yeah, no, that was the one part of math that I ever struggled with. Let's see. Ambrose Wilhelmina. The search continues. I take from these entries that Mother was severe with her editorial pen. This is but one version of her, carefully curated and not the one I wanted to find. Where is her unvarnished stream of consciousness? Where is her spontaneous brilliance? The search continues. My efforts will inevitably steer me to Gorgon. What then, Minnie? What then? Okay, well, I'd like to go and talk to her again. I don't know if we can actually report what we just found to her from hacking the terminal, but...
Forgive the mess. I'm still unpacking, and everything's covered in dust.
Tell me about that note you left in your bedroom.
Someone's been snooping around. Not that I mind. It reminds me why I hired you in the first place. For your keen eyes and scandalous disregard for privacy. When I left home, I wanted Mother and Father to know the conditions of my return. I would stroll through the entrance with my head held high, or not at all. I left this place with every intention of returning once the time was right.
Did you enjoy Byzantium?
When I arrived, I was the toast of the town. All fought for the honor of lighting my cigarettes. The attention was sublime. I opened a small firm to help young, impressionable heirs manage their family wealth. Business was good. For a while.
What happened to your business?
Gorgon happened. With Mother's downfall, so too fell my influence in society. I sold the business at a loss. Then I hatched a plan to restore the family name. That plan, as you're now well aware, is still in motion.
So the house was empty when you returned?
Yes. That wasn't part of the plan. Fall of Gorgon accelerated my schedule. I thought I would find success in Byzantium. Instead, I must look for redemption back where I began. Here, in these vacant halls.
That's all I wanted to know, thanks.
You reminded me of better times. I should be thanking you.
And questions about your family.
The Ambrose family comes from old Earth money. We were pioneers, inventors, and chimerists. Always at the top of our field, never lagging behind. If there's anything else you'd like to know, speak on.
I read your mother's terminal. Her logs were interesting.
Ah, yes. I've scanned her old logs. But I'm afraid they haven't given up anything I didn't already know or suspect. If you have any questions, you can trust me to answer them. I gain nothing by leaving you in the dark.
You never mentioned that you enjoy painting?
Of all the intrigue and mystery surrounding my household, that is what interests you. I do enjoy painting. I haven't indulged in some time, but it's a pleasant enough diversion.
What's your favorite painting?
I've always been partial to Truth Emerging from the Well to Shame Mankind by Jerome. That painting speaks to me. It shows how nothing stays hidden for long.
And yet you participate in society. Interesting. What would you call your style? Surreal? Expressionistic?
I honestly don't think I've been at it long enough to have a style. Painting is something I enjoy on the side, not something I chase to perfection. We Ambrose ladies have a way of ruining the things we love by committing ourselves to them.
Oh, thanks for sharing.
Your curiosity is charming, but do remember to focus on the job at hand.
Who's Lucian? Your mother didn't seem to approve of him.
Lucian was Mother's point of contact at Spacer's Choice. I'd call him high-ranking, but I don't think his job had a rank in the traditional sense. He once tried to recruit me to work on Gorgon, but of course Mother wouldn't hear of it. I never forgave her for that.
Why didn't Spacer's Choice overrule her?
And risk losing one of the colony's greatest minds to Auntie Cleo? I think not. No. In their estimate, I'm certain Mother was worth 10 of me. They did the math, and I came up short.
What did they want you to do on Gorgon?
A little bit of everything, I suppose. Manage personnel, keep an eye on budgets, see that goals and expectations were well defined. Chemistry may be my passion, but Spacer's Choice recognized my knack for administration. I would have taken the job and perhaps even enjoyed it.
Back to the topic at hand.
Did anything else in Mother's terminal glue your eyes to the screen?
Something drove your father mad. Olivia put him into hibernation.
I so wanted to avoid opening that wound. Now here we are. Father was exposed to some of Gorgon's more caustic chemicals. I don't know how, but I suspect that Mother brought her work home.
Any chance that you were exposed to the same chemicals?
By that point, I was already living at Byzantium, trying to get out from under my family's shadow. You're very kind to consider my well-being, but if I'd been exposed, we'd be having a very different conversation.
Where is he now?
I don't know. It's possible that Mother carted him off to Gorgon for her studies. That, or she killed him and buried him under the floorboards, or bricked him behind a wall. I wouldn't put anything past Olivia Ambrose.
You paint a very, very grim picture of your mother.
Thank you. There's no two ways about it. Mother was vicious, and that's saying something in Halcyon.
Back to your mother's terminal.
Yes?
Oh, that's all about her terminal. I'll let you know if I find anything
You
else.
do that. and thanks for your attention to detail.
You come from a talented heritage. What interests you?
If Mother and I shared anything, it was our love of chemistry. Chemistry is a desire to understand matter, the very foundation of our existence. What Ambrose could ignore such a tempting lure?
That's all for now.
Yes?
This house has seen better days.
Regrettable, I know. We used to have a staff to maintain the grounds. Not just auto mechanicals either. Real people doing real work.
Couldn't you hire on a new staff?
It's hard to find good help. And I'm not quick to trust anyone who'd work for me. Present company excluded. I can worry about upkeep once my family name is restored. Until then, this manor is a base of operations.
I like her thinking. What's with the Moonman statue in your foyer?
Hideous, isn't it? I've been meaning to have that thing removed. Maybe jettisoned into the sun. Spacer's Choice agreed to double Mother's research budget if she subjected her family to product placement. I swear, those eyes follow me wherever I go.
That's all I needed to know for now.
Very well. If there's anything else, you have my attention.
Be seeing you, Minnie.
The pleasure is mine.
No. No, it's not. All right. Interesting. Giant Zen garden with money buried in patches of dirt. I'm intrigued, honestly. I'm genuinely intrigued by this. I'm not really one for Zen gardens and all that kind of thing, reasonably speaking, but I don't hate this. I actually don't hate this. It's interesting, man. That's interesting. You know, what I could do, and maybe should do. I don't suppose for a second that oh, it's a fish. Man, this place is curious. How much crap am I carrying? Quite a lot. That's almost certainly a broken leg. I will really quickly just run around with the with this thing scoped in. I genuinely don't know if we are I mean, obviously this this particular item comes from the other DLC. Okay, yeah, doesn't seem to have any particular effect. Well, let's sneak into the other room. No? Okay, nothing. Alright. It was worth a shot. Oh, we can go through here as well, can't we? What is supposed to be behind there? Just the cupboard? I'm guessing so, yeah. Alright. Let's go pick up Lucky's trail at Sprat Shack.
Running diagnostic.
Grab all of this business.
Training
Dialogue writing in this has been quite good for quite some time. Let's have a look-see. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some crap away. Because I really don't need to be carrying all this
Is it time for
bullshit.
your regular daily period of unconsciousness?
Not quite. Transfer from the player. Okay, we're probably not going to use that. I'm carrying just so much stuff. So much stuff. Yeah, that doesn't need to be on us. Sneak +5. I'm carrying, like, most of the stuff that I'm carrying here, I'm carrying it for the, just purely for the stats, the skill bonus that's on it. Tech skills +5. Tech skills +5, that's 7 armor, that's 15 armor. It's light. Okay, yeah, so that's heavier. Get rid of that. Just really need to offload some of this crap, you know? We don't really run block. Perception +1, interactable, highlight range, bonus extra, headshot, weak shot. Okay, that's a bit of a sniper helmet, but it's very, very low on armor. And I think my damage is frankly going to be high enough. Two-handed melee, we don't run that. Ignore that. Weapon AoE radius +20%. That could be good with the grenades. Put that away. Six armor, 16 armor, long guns. Put that away. Need to get rid of some stuff. Like pickaxe can go away, the needler can go away, the Nova Burst, that can go away as well. There's not really much point of running N-ray stuff. Hunting Rifle Hyper can go. Thunderclap can go away. Champion Tossball Stick can go away. The Silencer can go away. Let's see. Plasma Carbine Ultra can go away. Recharge can go away. Just put all of these away. If I need any of them, I'll come back here. Right. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of those. That's fine. That's great. That's good. Oh man. Store those. Store, like, basically everything, really. So much stuff to put away. This is the result of me picking up all this crap. Reason being is, like, now that I'm sufficiently low enough weight, if I want to run out and just be solo, I can do. Okay, that's all that crap. It'd be nice if I could filter these by their actual effect. I'll take those with me. What does this stuff do? Spectrum Vodka, that allows me to boost my personality. Pippleberry Punch is body attributes. That's actually useful. Pippleberry Liqueur. Personality. Okay, yeah. That should be absolutely fine now. We've got all that crap out
Make
of the way.
yourself at home, Captain.
Let's see. Put that on. And we are pretty much good to continue. Pick up Lucky's trail.
We are now in orbit above Gorgon.
Yep, happy with my choices.
Well, here we... Hey, is that a saloon? I feel better already.
Disable emergency evacuation notice. And exit. That's where we're headed. Hello, little sprat. Let's have a quick look around, shall we? Explosive canister over there. Tell you what. Let's fire on that and see. Does that ruffle anything up? No. About up there. We're going to sprat run all the way over there. That's fine. Don't think for a minute there's anything here I care about. But, take a quick look. Nope. What about here? Nope, just ammunition. That's fine. Food. Mr. Acid, huh? Damage type corrosive. Ah, it's for melee weapons, though. Nope, don't care about any of that. Hello? Break that down. Ooh, you know what we didn't do? I completely forgot to actually repair everything. Let's do that. There we go. Okay, it looks like they're all dead, Jim. That barrier there, stopping us from getting some...
Whatever happened here, we're not gonna be next. Be ready.
Yeah, I'm on it. Pulse hammer gold. That would be a decent melee weapon, but I don't really run melee weapons. Stuff in the bin. No terminals to use. Nothing to make life easier after the fact. Ah, well. This is cool.
I usually just kick them down.
Loot up on all kinds of stuff. What kinds of ships are these? These look to be Spacer's Choice drop pods, I think those are. Marauders. MTV you are.
This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return later.
Let's see. Hello, Dave. That's Big Dave 1066 in chat says, hello all, just got out of Blazing Saddle. Cool, cool. Good to see you, dude. Kick your side.
Error. Tilt alarm engaged. Entering emergency reconciliation mode. This unit will now engage Calamity Protocol. This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return late. Have a better than natural day.
Yeah, that could be fun. Hey, silver tongue kit. Lovely. Really? I'll grab that. Alright. Don't really need all this extra ammunition. Or at least I probably won't need all this extra ammunition, but it's good to have it, you know. A little bit of action. Alright. Reload absolutely everything. Everything looking good. Wonderful. That engine sounds kind of broken, huh? So the environment design here is kind of nice. Music's good as well. So sorry, Dave. I actually completely forgot. How are you doing, man? I'm sorry. I spaced. Space. I spaced out. Whoa. Hello, Sprat. What's up, little buddy? Let's come this way, shall we? I saw something. Yeah. Mostly just dead people. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, mechanical.
Their mistake. Kill them, Captain! Hit him with something bigger!
I say that went quite well. Ooh, yeah. Got all his arms and legs off.
You shipping some sulfur? It'll be like I'm back home.
Let's keep moving before we get all introspective.
That's one. Oh, I slightly overspent on that. I won't. What we want to do is modify, and then what I think I'm going to do is install mod. What barrels have we got? Fun times barrel. Different ammo types. Mag to power. Make that a plasma. Should really get corrosive for this, but for the time being, let's run shock on it. Extendo sight. Don't really need that. Increase the crit damage on it. Why not? Doesn't have an awful lot of crit damage, but yeah. Okay. Ugh. Account for landmines. Those things are the bane of my existence. Ooh. Dear Cousin Dan, Adrena time really leaves you wanting more, don't it? We got through the first batch fast, but lo and behold, Reed gave us more, in recognition of our exemplary work ethic and unwavering brand loyalty. How about that? Still no letter from you. I've been feeling a tad queasy lately, but I'm sure a little Adrena time is just what I need to shake it off. Write me back. How are the sunsets on Gorgon? Do you get sunsets? Letter from Edgewater. Cousin Dan, Reed, stop giving out the stuff, Lord damn it. If I can't get Adrena time from him, that makes you my only source. Don't you fucking string me along. Can't work, can't sleep, can't even think straight. Give it over. Send me everything you've got. Now! Please! Also, are they hiring? Ah, this here. Dear Cousin Dan, Reed Thompson started doling out Adrena time to a select few of us, and guess who got his hands on the first batch? Isn't that the drug you're working on? Had my dosage this morning and worked straight through lunch. The guy who cleaned Saltina across from me is pulling his second shift, and now he's due for a 2-bit raise. You should see what he can do with a scaling knife. Don't forget to write back. Maybe get me the Moon Man's autograph when you got a minute to spare. So they're using these as living quarters. Or maybe, well, these were living quarters. Stash.
This is my second month on Adrena time. It's like the color came back. Like I was tuned to the wrong band all this time, and now the static's gone. I'm finally clear-headed, focused. There's so much I'm excited to do. I feel like me again. Side effects? I guess I've noticed people staring at me a lot more lately. Hard to talk to them sometimes. Feels like they don't get it. Maybe they just don't trust it. Or maybe they don't trust me.
Paranoia. Jerome's journal. Day 0. Ship just left. Lord bless it for getting Lenore off this blasted rock. Etheridge called me a fool for giving him my ticket, but Etheridge is a dumbass, so what does he know? I'd do it again in a second. From now on, my only goal is survival until Space's choice comes back for the rest of us. Elle, my heart, I will find my way home to you. Day 1. Some of us sheltered in the mines last night, taking turns keeping watch. I don't care to imagine what happened to the others who aren't here. I can hear marauders screaming in the hills. Day 2. Used a little adrena time today. Not much, just enough to stay alert. Lucky I did, or we wouldn't have heard those mantisaurs coming in time to get the hell out of there. Going to search out a different cabin to shelter in tomorrow. Mine's not safe. Oh, sorry, day 3. Mine's not safe, lord damn it. Shouldn't have gone in there in the first place. I think we were exposed to something in the air, maybe. Day 5. Most of us made it over to the apartments. We're packed in here like salt tuna for now, but hopefully we can get a few more units barricaded and sealed up tight. Make them safe so we can spread out a little more. Day 6. I went by Elle's and my old apartment while hunting for supplies and stashed a flask she gave me on that day we signed our marriage contract. Just in case something happens and she comes looking. Maybe she'll find it, and even if she doesn't find... well, that's if some shiftless looter doesn't find it first. Day 7. Carlson's been short with everyone today. Carlson! Most days you could drop a flange wrench on a foot and the woman would apologize for it being in the way. But for a minute there, I really thought she was going to stab Simon. Ambushed by marauders in the night. Had to use adrena time again to stay awake. Sorry, Al, I didn't have much choice. Even with the adrena time, I almost can't believe I outlasted them. Next time, maybe best not to think about next time. Day 15. Starting to think we're spaced, but can't think like that. Gonna get back to you, Leonora, I swear. Lenora, I swear. Miss you like breathing. Low on adrena time. Gonna go look for more. Day 22. Elle. Just gotta get back to Elle. Day 34. Etheridge stole my mock apple, but that void-forsaken sprat sack. Want to unzip his arms off and beat him with them. I could do it. He sleeps. So weak. So stupid. Stupid Etheridge. Day 42. Where in the system is Space's choice? Where those blasted ships they promised they'd send for us? Do they forget we're here? Makes my wonder all my loyalty and for what? Only loyal to Elle now. Maybe they abandoned us. It's on purpose. I know it. On purpose. They left us here to die. They left us here to die! If Etheridge steals what's mine again, I'll end him. L. How long does it take to send help? How long? How long? Come back and face us, you cowards. Space's cowards! I feel sick because you try and picture the face. Can't picture Elle's face. I can't anymore. Forgive me, Elle. Etheridge dead. Deserved it. It got bad here, huh? It got real bad. So yeah, working on some sort of weapon, almost certainly. Compound X, huh? Corporate Commander, dead. Nothing new here. All right. What? Oh. Didn't mean to sleep. Yeah, it's all just loot, huh? Excuse me. I mean, I ain't complaining, but... Oh dear.
I see Monarch ain't the only pet project the board's willing to abandon.
Why do I have a feeling we're not gonna like what's in there?
I mean, that's just a wise suspicion, really.
I can take a hint.
Yeah, one berserker, probably a sharpshooter or two somewhere kicking about. A couple of explosive canisters. I'll make short work of that.
Take him down.
Nice hit!
On they go.
We're not getting through. Everyone all right?
Went quite well. Hello there, Badger. Good to see you. Oh. Do 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 do. How are you doing today? Yes, we don't have that. Yeah, this area is probably somewhere we're supposed to come a little bit later on, you know. Can we drop the Right now I'm looking for a terminal to drop the shock barriers. It says, can't complain, hope you're doing well. I'm doing a good bit better than I have been doing, yeah. They're slowly but surely getting past the flu. Slowly but surely. Right back down here. Okay. So we've come full circle. That's absolutely fine. Sort of cleared all that out. Head into Sprat Shack, shall we?
Come here. Let's have a chat. All right, inspection time. Look at my eyes for as long as you can without blinking. Starting now.
We're gonna keep looking into his eyes?
Good. Look up. Now look down. You're doing swell. Now, name and occupation.
Sam Grenell, Captain of the Unreliable.
Good enough for me. You're cleared to pass. That was a sanity check. If you had changed like the others, it'd be in your eyes. You'd also be drooling, cursing, and making a mess of the place. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. You can head on downstairs.
Let me ask you something else.
Just don't ask me to dance.
What kinds of people come to the Sprat Shack?
This is a sublight bar, so most of our regulars come to plunder the old labs. The facility's locked up behind miles of red tape, so progress is slow. A lot of time to drink and reevaluate, then venture out and try again.
What do you do around here?
Bouncer, bodyguard, law enforcer. I make sure the Sprat Shack gets only the highest caliber of clientele.
And I thought this place was gonna be fun.
Well, I hope you look the other way just this once.
We get a lot of brand-loyal corporate types, and a lot of cutthroat freelancer types. Both sides have their share of dirty scoundrels. And I hate dirt.
What did you mean when you said people had changed?
Every day, salvagers and scrappers set out to comb the ruins and make their fortune. The ones who come back, they aren't always the same men or women who left. They change. Never for the better.
What happens when people change?
First, they get real twitchy and paranoid, shouting at folks who aren't there. Then they smell like they soiled themselves, on account of how they soiled themselves. After that, they're gone. Nothing but animals wearing human skin. Seen it happen myself. It's never pretty.
Nice chatting with you.
Stay cool.
You too, bro.
Smell that? Cheap whiskey and stale cigarettes. My kind of place.
You are trying way too
Sounds
hard.
like a good trip of kale. Hope they've got it on tap.
Alright. You can all sit down, shut up, and look back at your drinks. Hey, Bucky.
Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
Whiskey. I'm feeling refined.
Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage.
Sure. Got any leads?
Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
You know anyone by the name of Lucky Montoya?
Lucky? Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Office of Creative Incubation?
That's where the top rungers at Spacer's Choice came up with slogans and marketing. Lucky never told me why it was so important. Awful shame about what happened to him.
I know about the severed arm, but the rest is a mystery.
You know about that? Huh. Word must travel fast around these parts. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
I hate canids.
I'm an animal lover myself, but canids have temperament issues you just can't breed out. Get this, the canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
How'd you know it belonged to Lucky?
I'm a bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
The arm made it to me. Hawthorne's next of kin, sort of.
No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
Why bother sending the arm at all?
I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know. Oh, I hate to see people go with unfinished business.
Where was Lucky staying?
3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
Alright, I'm gonna have a look around.
Be seeing you.
Are you my...
Sorry?
I've been sent.
Third floor.
You're a humbug, Trixie, and worse, a thief.
I can't steal what's lawfully mine, you tangle-footed dimwit.
Break it up, you two. I've heard more than enough of your shit for one day.
That was my salvage, Trixie. You had no right to it then, and you've no right to it now.
Let them talk.
I risked my life sneaking around marauders to claim that wreck. And I didn't see your name on it.
Now you've done it. Eat fist!
All right, that's enough! This is a family establishment! You want to make a mess? You make it outside!
But this was personal, Lex. It's a question of salvage. That wreck was gonna make me a fortune.
You get a lot of tavern squabbles around here.
It's the same fight every day. 5 years we've been at this, and we still can't agree on how to properly tag salvage. Now you two listen, this is my place. While you're in the Sprat Shack, you'll sit quietly, or I'll forbid you to come here at all. Is that understood?
Here, here. Boys are for drinking. The poor decisions that result are better left outside.
Fair's fair. I'll have a stout, and we'll settle this later on our own terms.
It's no good to leave a fight unresolved. If I don't do something, these two are gonna be at each other's throats.
What do you propose?
Would you do me a favor and weigh in as a third party? I can use an unbiased set of eyes on the problem, and an outsider like you fits the bill.
I'll give it a whirl.
Freddy, Trixie, go on and make your case to the generous stranger.
I'll start, seeing as I'm the one who's been most wronged in this equation.
Badge says, "Hello, my name is Lucky Montoya. You're something, my father. Prepare to die." Well, in this case, Lucky Montoya is the one who is unprepared to die. For he is most assuredly a corpse. State your names for the tavern.
Oh, very formal. Freddy the Scab, freelancer for sublight salvage and shipping. Same as my father before me.
Junkyard Trixie. Also a salvage freelancer. Though, I've been at it longer than Freddy.
So, just up the road and due east of here, there's a shipwreck lodged in the mountainside, right? I staked my claim on that wreck. Then I wandered in for a drink. An hour later, Trixie swaggers in bragging about her salvage. Ugh, the nerve of some people.
How did you mug the claim?
I climbed on top of it and called out in my loudest voice, "Finders keepers!"
What's your side of the story? Oh, sorry, hold on. Is that legal?
I don't know about legal, but it's legit by sublight standards. Assuming anyone was around to hear it, which we can't know for sure.
Someone must have heard me. They just ain't brave enough to step forward and admit it.
What about your side of the story, Trixie?
When I found the shipwreck, there were no salvage mark. See, the whole area was teeming with bloodthirsty marauders. So I snuck around and added my tag, clear as day so no drunken idiots could claim the salvage out from under me, Freddy.
For the record, when I heard the marauders coming, I left. Trixie must have set her mark down after me.
No speaking out of turn, but I'll allow it this once.
I kept my mouth shut during his story. He should have the courtesy to return the favor. Anyway, that's my story, sir.
What mark did you leave on the salvage, Trix?
I drew an X in the dirt, with my toe.
Couldn't the marauders have walked over it by now, or the wind blown it away?
Wouldn't surprise me in the least, but that doesn't mean it ain't mine.
In all my years, I've never heard a more contentious argument. I don't envy your shoulders for bearing the weight of responsibility. You've heard it from them both. So, who gets the salvage?
These idiots don't know how to tag salvage, so I rule in no one's favor.
That ain't no kind of fair.
He ain't even from around here, Lex.
Here's a six-pack on the house, plus your fee. Maybe now we'll finally get some peace around here for a change.
Glad to be of service. See you around.
Come and chat if you're ever feeling thirsty.
Will do.
We could always go back and rile him up again later.
Smooth talking, Cap.
Badge says YouTube has been pretty censorious lately, hence the something, etc. Honestly, yeah, but it kind of worked, all the same. Okay, up to the third
I
floor.
wouldn't get too close to that railing, just in case.
Repurposed aesthetic reminds me of Fallbrook. These sublight folks really know how to overhaul a place.
Lucky's case notes. Day 1. Space's choice may have left in a hurry, but they didn't forget to lock the doors on the way out. Most of the facilities are sealed up tighter than the top rung is safe. Time to do some digging. Caught a break today. Met a scavenger who claims to be a salesman for Space's choice. Sold me a key to the Office of Creative Incubation. Let's just say this guy's about as lucid as a sprat in a Rizzo's factory, but I'm spending Minnie's bits, so I can afford to take a chance. Day 7. It worked. Clarence, mostly. Whoever you are, I'm drinking to you tonight. Day 10. Olivia Ambrose's office and journal ought to be in the Synthesis and Manufacturing Center. The bad news is it's sealed up and at the ass end of the canyon. The good news is I should be able to open it from the bigwigs admin terminal in OCI. Day 13. OCI is crawling with marauders, and I've got a few of the leads to chase down. Could be nothing, but my gut tells me there's more to this place than a missing journal. Time to turn over a few rocks and see what crawls out. I'm leaving the OCI key in the safe. The combo is 4815. Carefully preserved eyeball, mostly intact.
As a medical professional, I gotta say, that is very well preserved and disgusting.
I really hope this ain't a sign of things to come.
Oh, it's totally a sign of things to come. Get rid of the bolt pistol, because we don't care for it. I'm gonna grab another whiskey. A whiskey? A little whiskey?
So, how you feeling?
Good. Real good, like someone's shining a light behind my eyes.
Someone's in here. Oh, lol. It's coming back up again.
Who's this now? Wonder if they could... Nah, who am I kidding?
Mr. Clanton.
Holy shit, a fresh face. Haven't seen your like in years. Don't know what brought you to the most dangerous corner of this solar system, pal, but you're welcome here. Oh, you talked to Lex yet? She tell you to keep it civil? You wouldn't guess to talk to her, but that lady's got a mean left hook.
Lady of the bar? We're acquainted.
She tell you I was a journalist back in Byzantium? Got into reporting thinking I was gonna be some sort of public intellectual. What a joke. Spent 95% of my time playing stenographer to the board, and the rest writing puff pieces on the chairman's latest beard trim.
Ugh.
Real life and death shit.
You seem like you're having a rough time. Can I help you out?
If you're going back out there, do you think you'd be willing to do an old bastard a small favor?
Helping out all bastards is 80% of my job. What you need?
You know, that reminds me. I don't think you've ever actually paid me.
Well, I've been trying to get away from this rock for 5 lobby-fucked years, but I can't stay gone.
Why's that?
Told you I was a journalist, right? I was here on a story back when Project Gorgon was active. I was doing an interview series for Spacer's Choice. Recorded them all on these little portable phonographs. But when everything fell to shit, Spacer's Choice wouldn't let me leave. Terms of my reporting contract unmet, they said.
You hid them, and now you need me to get them for you. That about cover it?
Right on the money. Look at me, I'm no fighter. I've never even touched a gun. But you're just the right amount of rough around the edges. Help me get my recordings back so I can finally get the hell out of here.
It's your lucky day, Roscoe. I'll get them for you.
No shit? That's downright civilized of you. All right. One of them I stash in the Office of Creative Incubation, in the projector room on the 3rd floor. I gave another to my friend Birdie to keep in her apartment, just outside OCI's upper entrance.
Got it. Next?
You'll find another in the chem lab.
Cool.
It's in the main lab storage room.
Alright, easy enough. The others?
The final one is in human inquiry and auditing. It's tucked behind a pipe in observation room B.
No promises, but I'll let you know if I find anything.
That's more than I've been able to hope for in years. Thank you.
Good shit. Okay, side quest. Alright. Let us get the hell out of this bar. Back on the road. Catch you later, boss man.
I've eaten my fair share of Terrorize, but I'm still gonna come out and say it. This mission is gross.
I'm just hoping we don't need Lucky's arm to open something else.
Turn off real quick. It's cool enough in here. Whew. Okay. So, where to now? Wants me to head sort of roughly that general direct. Ocular verify. Yeah, that tracks. We already been there by any chance? Oh, no, we have not. But that looks like it might be a little closer. Let's head to the Gorgon ruins. We want to be heading south.
Okay.
Pissing him off! Score, Cap!
Holy crap, that fast.
Try that again.
Officer Olson, I'd like to follow with you regarding yesterday's chat. Now, this could be a whole mess, or this could be something we resolve quietly to the mutual benefit of both parties. Here's what I'm going to do. I've enclosed the key that unlocks the safe you'll find behind a wall panel in my room, in which I most certainly do not store that stockpile of Adrenatime some hullhead tipped you off about. Maybe some of that supply, which again I must stress does not exist, goes missing from time to time. It happens. There's quite a lot of it. And who's to say I count doses that carefully? I get new deliveries in all the time. My perfectly legal, non-adrenotime-related business provides a valuable service to my customers, who benefit immensely from a product otherwise tied up in too much legal red tape, like testing phases and human safety. Should my operation be permitted to continue as before, I'd ask that you hold on to the enclosed key for safekeeping. I think that would prevent any future issues between the two of us, don't you? Kindest regards, Frida Weber. Oh, yeah, Frida's place. Yeah, she got killed. And now we know why. Is my tac shotty that good? Level 38. Level 34. I don't think it is quite that good as it goes. Let's see. Got some sulfur pits there. It's not standing that, huh? Silly monkey. What have we here? Sell some junk. Well, 29, I'm fairly sure I've already got better. Finn's Fort. What? Where did I get that from? No idea. Okay, well, I mean, it's N-Ray if I need N-Ray. Real quick, I should probably actually be using my, what'd you call it? Where was it?
You grew up in Byzantium, right?
Don't rub it in.
Oh, don't get all prickly. I just haven't met someone who left the high life on purpose.
I'm from there, but I'm not really from there, if you follow.
Keep our eyes out for an ambush. Eyes out. Like over there. Let's just clear up outside here first. Wow.
We're alive.
Nah. They're quite a dangerous enemy, those. I mean, my resistance is really high, but... Let's see. Teammate's letter. Barton, thanks for subbing in for Linada. Prianta scored one a hell of a body goal on us last week, and in the process tore our goalie a new Wednesday zone. Linada's fault. Hullhead thinks he's Bertie Holcomb himself. Seeing as he's just finished a night shift, Frida's letting us swing by her place to get some Adrena time on from her stash so you don't nod off mid-period, and to give you a little edge on Doc Priantha, if you catch my meaning. Trust me, you'll be glad for it. Back in 20. Tillman. Gotta adjust my position here, guys, real quick. Sorry about that. Oh, here we go. That makes me laugh because the I reload this heavy weapon, or rather this machine gun, really quickly. And then something like this. It takes a minute. Alright. No more dawdling, we need the way in. Hello, little sprat. Anything of particular interest here? Diane Schute's final report. To the co-worker who finds this. Given you're reading this, I'm likely dead. I'm very sorry about that. I'm also sorry Space's Choice had to send someone else to finish my assignment. As of the moment I'm writing this, Charles Novak still possesses the express mail delivery prototype. I believe he's gone entirely mad as he has abandoned his apartment and taken up with a group of marauders not far from here. Charles no longer recognizes me. He can't even recognize the Space's Choice jingle. When I sang it for him to try and coax him into a calmer state, he shot me in the arm. If you're here to retrieve the prototype, here is what you should know. The prototype remains intact. The prototype has been modified to simultaneously fire multiple projectiles, and the original package housing chamber appears to have been replaced with an explosive payload. Please know that I did not sanction these modifications, nor do I approve of setting fire to company correspondence. Charles' depravity knows no bounds. The original prototype was only intended to deliver packages more quickly, nothing more, and I'd sooner die than see it used for violence. To that end, I'm going to try to recover the prototype from Charles. Should I fail, please remember me fondly despite my incompetence. Faithfully, Diane Shoot. Well, poor old Diane, huh?
Close call. I thought I knew the OCI backwards and forwards. The Marauders got a way of finding every nook and cranny on this rock. OCI. Fancy joint. Smells like Wentworth's and leather. A real slice of Byzantium. You don't set that up unless you're planning something big. Adrena time? Sure. But something tells me there's more to the story. Got a hunch to follow up on near the old mines. I'm leaving this here, in case I gotta come back.
Or in case you don't come back.
Initiating ocular measurement. Measurement complete. Ocular identification complete. Welcome, Clarence Mostly. Access granted. Welcome to the Office of Creative Incubation.
Poor old Clarence. His hands in the sand. And his eyes in the scanner. Mostly. Okay, so we're probably going to be up against a lot of auto-mechanicals.
I ain't buying the facade. You can slap gold paint on a Spacer's Choice gun, but it's still gonna misfire twice a clip.
Lots of enemy robots up and about there, that's quite alright. We brought the heavy.
Keen skills. Spacer's Choice security folks can't hit the broadside of a mannequin.
They really think Adrena time does all that?
Oh my god.
Nice and easy.
I mean, this is what I'm already packing, but here it is in all of its, you know, splendor. It's honestly kind of a ridiculous gun. So...
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
yes, I do.
Great work.
Why, thank you. Nothing of import here by the looks of it? No. Nowhere to sneaky bricky through? Nope. Well, time to get that fight on. You know, it's kind of nice to be at a point where I can just wander right into the midst of a bunch of marauders. Just tear through the lot of them.
About your test subjects, I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where do they come from, Dr. Ambrose? They come from Tartarus, don't they?
They do?
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment to the indigent, the criminally indigent. Well, that's a social good, don't you agree?
I have a staff meeting to attend. Excuse me.
Turns out that guy was just a bit of a pain in the ass, really. So, light assault rifle, Mark III. We tinker with that. 126. So that's already level 36. Quickly look over weapon upgrades here. So that's going to be quite it's going to get quite expensive. So no, I don't think that's worth the what do you call it? But let's real quick repair all equipped. Yep. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to check, isn't it? The tactical shotgun 3. That's level 38. That's level 34. Can I take that and make that much better? Just tinker. Do that. Yeah, looks like it. It'd be cheaper than upgrading my existing one, I think. Oh no, it isn't. No, it really isn't. Alright. Alright, so what we could do with is doing modifying. Let's see. I'm going to modify this. Do I have corrosive? Mag to zap, mag to power. No, I don't. Okay, no worries. Does this have it? Doesn't appear to have. No. Alright, no worries then. Don't think I can boost quite high enough to give me those stats, sadly. Did I already look back here? No. Security notice. Memos. I think this is just flavor, yeah. And do that and grab that. Light ammunition. Oh, did we grab, because it was a side quest, wasn't it? The electric fling. I think I've got the one on this level. Oh no. No, I don't. Okay, we're gonna go up. Upper floor. Somehow. Wait, not upper floor? Yeah. Why did that icon disappear? Because we have to leave here, right? So this is Clarence Mosley's terminal. Status. Reverse intruder definitions. Alright. So if we encounter any, what you call it? Kumara. A lot of flavor text there. right. I'm mostly looking out for keys, like key cards and such. There is a staircase. I don't think we can get much higher, can we? Alright, let's see. Admin terminal in the Office of Creative Incubation. We need to get up a level somehow. I mean, you assume that this is the way to progress, right? Aha. Maybe this. Sergeant, blah, blah, blah. Personnel files. Open last entry. Campus Lavinia. Trouble deciding on a font for a new blah, blah, blah. Lewis Wyatt wrote 12 good words today, but can't figure out what order they should be in. Brainstorming ideas for a new flavor of salt tuna. Oh. Well, that's full of crap, so we can't get in that. Did I miss something obvious here? Doesn't look like it. Ah, okay. Yeah, I did miss something. Burningly obvious. Don't need to. He's fucking dead. Oh dear. My shotgun's not the most effective weapon. It's really not, but it is quite fun. I should probably unsuppress it. It's not really doing the, I suppose it's keeping the groupings nice and tight, but it's not doing the weapon much in the way of favors, and it doesn't really feel. You know, it lacks that visceral feel and that feels right, you know? And this. That feels right too. But this, with it being suppressed, not got the right kick to it. Ooh, security actions. I like those. Hmm. I don't believe it.
No one with an honest job has an office this nice.
Agreed. Welcome, good fellow L. Messages. GMC, Gorgon Internal Messaging System Interface. It's not the best choice, it's the only choice. Think of using GMC, your employer-sanctioned messaging system. Friendly reminder, your messages are company property. Unauthorized reproduction, distribution, or deletion of GMC content may result in early termination of your employment contract. Please select from the following options. See incomings. Seize all recordings, high priority. Best bring them to me immediately, and for fuck's sake, don't let the journalist show off the fucking asteroid. Don't let the journalist off the fucking asteroid. You think you can hide from me, little twerp, on a serum that will make you feel as if you've lived 1,000 years in just 8 hours? Or would you like to spend the night in waste processing? Change the fucking name, Lawrence. I don't care if the inbred simpletons at headquarters were just having a laugh. Top customers don't know what it means. You may choose from this list of acceptable alternatives. Absorbitol, Calatamax, Bindatron, Emetacin. Cheers, Ollie. Man! Hello there, Slipknot. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing, man? Return to messages. Outgoing messages. If you're receiving this message, I am currently unavailable. In my absence, I have instructed my secretary, Herbert Harold, to reply to any incoming messages with this pre-approved response. Vicariously, Lawrence. Great timing. I was just sending Herbie over to your department with the preliminary production schedule. As with so much of the work we do here at the OCI, the design of a production schedule is more of an art than a science. The timetables and milestones are less contractual obligation and more like aspirational cartography. Lawrence, this is a waste of my time. The last thing my team needs is a fleet of gadflies descending on the labs and asking stupid questions. We're months behind as it is. However, because Lucian demanded it, I will consider the program's request if the following conditions are met. Lucian guarantees me the right to review and approve the recordings. The journalists are confined to Gorgon for the duration of the project. It could be years. Make sure they understand that. If they leak the details of our work to the press, I will put a hit out on them myself. I know people, Lawrence. The journalists bunk in shipping and receiving. We can't have them fraternizing with the project staff outside of their scheduled interviews. These people are our enemies, not our friends. No one will be coming down with an acute case of friendship on my watch. My team will not be held responsible for the inevitable delays this tomfoolery will cause. The only individual who will be working overtime on this is you. Understood? Cheers, Ollie. Man, she seems to have been a bit of a firebrand, huh? Admin functions, unlock synthesis and manufactory center. Override the lockdown. Okay, it's all unlocked. Return to admin functions, return to root, and unlock the elevator.
I knew I heard a little weasel sniffing about. You'd best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here.
Whatever this is about, now that I don't respond well to threats.
I understand that you think yourself a big hero here on a big, important job. The last one did too. But you've grossly misapprehended the situation here. This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot.
Something else says it's not a great day. Stuff happens though. I have an early day at work tomorrow. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. But, you know, kick back, relax, and enjoy a little sci-fi Sunday with me, won't you? We'll see if we can take the edge off. Did you just lock me out of the SMC?
I did. And I am prepared to do worse if you ignore my warning. Gorgon
That's
is
Olivia.
the birthplace of marauders. We created them here, in this very facility. They are our misbegotten children, born of hubris and vanity.
Marauders were created? Those bastards!
But marauders are just mindless lunatics, right? There can't be more to it than that.
They hold no fondness for trespassers. I've placed the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe. Let the marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
We were hired to find a journal. Marauders aren't our problem.
On the list of reasons this colony's fucked, marauders rank near the top, Captain.
The only thing responsible for more deaths than marauders is factory accidents. But I take your point. Still, something about the idea of someone creating them makes my skin crawl. Let's be careful.
There's your weapon. Doesn't change what we're here to do. We need that journal. Chem lab. Or HIA. Fair enough. Yeah, that was Olivia. I'm convinced. Either that or her dad. Not her dad, sorry, her husband. After having, you know, woken up and been cured. So that's the elevator that's unlocked. Is there anything else? Real quick. Oh, look. Bum ba dum ba dum bum. All right. Let's crack on. Just checking the time here. Yeah, okay, 2 1/4. Lovely. Alright, make sure everything's reloaded, ladies. Oh, did we actually grab the Okay, yeah. Anything particular note in here? Don't look like it. size of that pistol. All right then. Where are we supposed to be going now? Oh, comms tower terminal. There we go.
An old comms tower, huh? It's like I'm back at Hiram's place, running errands. Birthplace of marauders. We ought to have left well enough alone. Now we're in it. Come hell or high water, we've got to see this through.
I'm hoping this leads us to someone we can talk with face to face. Or punch, if it comes to that.
You and me both, girls. Yeah, the sound design so far in this is so much better than the Murder on Eridanos. Credit where credit's due. Here's some marauders we killed earlier. So yeah, so Composite X that leads to like a berserk fury as part of its addictive properties, or rather, you know, withdrawal therefrom. That's what's responsible for the marauders. Ah, here we go. All of this nonsense. Directory. Locate facility staff. Name, mostly Clarence. Location, Byzantium Musgrave Collection. Thank you for your diligent commitment to personal tracking and surveillance. Really? Quitting time. We've been through a lot together, old friend, but they just blared the evacuation order. Guess that's the end of Gorgon. For the record, you're my favorite comms tower in the whole system. I'll never forget you. Love, Technician number 13, junior grade. Oh, man. Okay, do that. Go to the Musgrave collection, which I believe is... where are we? Off to Byzantium, and then when we'll come back, we'll do the Electric Fling. Yeah, it's gonna sort of break this dungeon up into several parts by the looks of it. Ah, okay. Head over to Byzantium.
Captain, transmission request from Ambrose Manor.
I'm guessing Minnie wants an update. Patch us through.
Captain! Imagine my surprise when I saw the Unreliable leaving Gorgon with so much urgency and purpose. Tell me you found Mother's journal. I'm positively dying for good news.
Not yet. Your mother's office has been sealed tight.
Too bad. But on the bright side, you've outdone my old freelancer. I don't think you made it very far at all. If I know Spacer's Choice, getting past the lockdown will be more complicated than just hitting a big red button. You'll need authorization, and layers of it.
Are you familiar with Gorgon's old research staff?
I seem to recall that Mother worked closely with Gorgon's R&D personnel, but not close enough to invite them over for dinner and cocktails, if you get my meaning. By now, they'll have moved on with their lives. If only I could do the same.
Did you know that Gorgon was developing Adrenatime?
I knew Mother was involved with some important chemical trials, but I had no idea her pet project was Adrenatime. Adrenatime is a working man's stimulant, like a caffeinoid. Very popular at launch, though the marketing quieted down over time.
Were you aware that Adrenatime created Marauders?
What? No. I mean, there's some very morbid wording in the fine print, but I had no idea Adrenatime could make marauders out of people. That's it. That must be it. Spacer's Choice is keeping their dirty little secret about Adrenatime off the record. We have to find Mother's journal. If we don't, then Spacer's Choice gets away with murder. I only hope we aren't too late.
Why would Spacer's Choice risk everything for a stimulant?
Adrenatime was touted as the working man's best friend. A drug that boosted productivity with no adverse effects. The promise of Adrenatime cannot be overstated. Exhaustion and fatigue were supposed to be obsolete. Workplace accidents would be things of the past. For whatever reason, the drug never lived up to that promise.
Could one drug really do all of that?
I don't know. And thanks to Spacer's Choice, we may never find out. I know that I'd like to see a colony where the promise of Adrenatime was fulfilled. And I doubt I'm the only one.
I'm heading back out. You really know your business, Minnie.
Thank you. I certainly ought to know what I'm doing. I spent years trying to break into pharmaceuticals, professionally speaking. Mother wouldn't hear of it. She didn't think I had the wit to succeed in her line of work. Safe travels. If your leads give you any trouble, be sure and give them some trouble back, yes?
All right. Yep.
That's the spirit. Until next time, my good captain.
All right. Into the Musgrave collection.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Okay. Let's rock on over and see the good doctor. All right. Mostly harmless. Mostly harmless. I don't think so.
just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
I'll kill you. Okay, now let's switch into our people talking armor. Alright, where is it? That one? I think, yeah. Oh, and probably repair it all while we're here, huh?
Welcome to the Musgrave Family Collection. Still a work in progress. If you're here for the annual Canid review, I'm afraid it's already over. Only thing going on behind those doors is good, old-fashioned lawful behavior. This greeting constitutes your confidentiality agreement. You hereby agree not to disclose the location or existence of these events. Thank you for cooperating.
Hold on, I didn't agree to anything.
Then you should have told me that before I greeted you. Defaulting on a verbal agreement is a punishable offense. Now then, how can I help you?
I'm looking for Clarence, mostly.
Mr. Mostly is indeed attending our event, although I am disappointed to discover he did not officially enter his Canid Laplace into our competition. You should find Mr. Mostly just inside the prep room. Head inside and take the door to your left.
What's with all the secrecy? This place isn't exactly hard to find.
We find that our clients enjoy the appearance of participating in illegal activities. Secrecy contributes to a feeling of indecency.
Oh.
This kind of thing's pretty common. Bijou's used to do a prison-themed night. Served fish sticks with tartarus sauce.
Oh yeah. Prison-themed night was the best. Plus, they gave away limited edition designer handcuffs. The Musgrave Family Collection was intended to be a gallery of fine art. And here we are, using this place to practice semi-legal Canid shows. Scandalous, isn't it?
What a bunch of degenerates. You said this place was supposed to be an art gallery. What happened?
That's privileged information. I really shouldn't tell you.
Sure you can. I would agree to super confidentiality clause, remember?
That's a fair point. All right, I'll tell you. But just keep this between us. The Musgraves own one of Earth's largest private collections of art and literature. They were going to have the entire collection shipped all the way to Halcyon. Unfortunately, that collection never arrived. We haven't heard anything from the delivery convoy, and there's some purely hypothetical concern that the collection might be, well...
Stolen?
I was going to say indefinitely delayed by unforeseen and unknowable circumstances, but yes. Let's go with that. Anyway, that's as much as I can tell you. Will there be anything else?
Excuse me. They're literally just dogfighting in here.
Oh, just hear me. Good idea.
Is this about Canid hunting? We've been over this before. It's a terrible idea.
Canid hunting is the natural evolution of Canid shows. No one's going to miss a few backwater laborers anyway.
Man, fuck these people. Alright, let's get to talking.
Do you know the interesting thing about Canid shows?
Trick question. There isn't anything interesting about Canid shows.
Oh, but there is, if one possesses an eye for statistics. Mathematically speaking, the interesting thing about Canid shows is this. They're an exercise in futility. Winning is predetermined. Over time, the inevitable trend is that the race goes to the swift. Time and chance are just statistical outliers. In other words, if you put enough Canids through enough trials, the one with the most optimal attributes generally wins. Exercise in futility.
Why are you telling me this?
Oh, I've been told I should try to socialize more. Sharing an interesting fact is a proven method of endearing oneself to a stranger. I'm an actuary, you see. Well, not entirely. The actuarial sciences are more of a passion than a profession, so I suppose that makes me mostly an actuary. That's a bit of a family joke. I'm Clarence Mostly.
Bless him, he's trying, you know? That name sounds familiar. Mostly Fine Furniture Company, right?
Yes, that's us. Mostly oak trees, too. My grandfather invented them, you know. Well, no, he didn't invent mostly oaks, but he did purchase the naming rights back during the terraforming days. It's essentially the same thing.
I've been looking for you. You're the last known staff member on Project Gorgon.
Oh. Then you're not here about my monograph. It's true, I was involved with Project Gorgon, but that chapter of my life is long since closed. Listen, I don't know what you want with Gorgon or with me, but let me give you some free advice, Let the past go. Live in the moment. Enjoy the party.
You're a bit late. Some mysterious figure already sent me cryptic warnings.
Let me hazard a guess. You didn't listen then, and you're not about to listen now.
Right on the money.
Then I don't see the point in wasting a well-calculated argument on the virtues of self-preservation.
This person activated some kind of emergency lockdown. Any idea who they might be?
Someone with resources. Security countermeasures require a special override. Whoever locked down the facilities must have been watching you. Lifting the lockdown won't be easy. You'll need to send overrides from the chem lab and human inquiry. I don't have that level of clearance, but I know 2 people who do. The trouble is, I don't know you. I don't trust you. I washed my hands of Gorgon, and you're asking me to dirty them all over again. I'm going to need a good reason.
Project Gorgon created the Marauders. You can't just walk away from that.
Yes, the birthplace of the Marauders. And a graveyard for all our mistakes. Starting Project Gorgon was our first mistake. Trying to bury Project Gorgon while it's still very much alive and clawing its way back to the surface, that may be our last mistake.
There has to be a way to fix this. Now's your chance to clear your conscience.
Please, there's no need to insult me by implying I have a conscience. It's my reputation that concerns me. I want a favor from you. Do something for me, and I'll do something for you. That way we don't have to rely on mutual trust. The grand prize trophy to the Canid Review. I want it in my hands. Get me that trophy, and I'll give you the remaining researchers. Names, locations, as much information as I have.
What's so important about a trophy?
My Canid, Laplace, is statistically superior to every other Canid in this review. Better average sprinting time, superior gait coefficient, optimal anatomical symmetry. I didn't bother entering little Laplace in this pointless contest. He's already won on paper, you see. That trophy rightfully belongs to him.
That might be the most Byzantium thing I've ever heard.
Oh, you're much too kind. Does this mean you'll do it?
I'll be back with that trophy.
Head into the main hall and take the elevator down into the maintenance tunnels. You'll find a service passage that leads up into the trophy room. The maintenance tunnel is the only way up into the trophy room. Some technician barred the door shut on our end. Ask Tilda Coatsworth about it, over by the podium.
I know what I'm doing, Clarence. Thanks.
Oh, you're quite welcome. I look forward to observing your results.
Before I go, there was something else.
What's on your mind?
What can you tell me about Project Gorgon?
At the moment, nothing. I have a one-track mind. I can't stop thinking about that trophy. Why isn't it in my hands? When is it going to be in my hands? And so on and so forth. You get me that Best in Show trophy, and it'll clear my mind right up.
So, I found this eye.
My eye! I was wondering where I'd misplaced that old thing. It's perfectly preserved, you know. Every eye possesses unique dimensions, not unlike a fingerprint. The circumference, the shape, the color of the iris. An eye makes excellent proof of identification, assuming you don't mind removing one.
So how'd you lose it?
I'd rather not get into the details. If Spacer's Choice ever asks you to test out their new model of monocle, just say no.
Yeah, take your eye back. I don't want this thing in my pocket.
Well, that's rather responsible of you. I'll put a good word in your permanent record.
I wanted to ask you something else.
What's on your mind?
Oh, no, okay. We're all out of options. Alright, wonderful. Get us to that trophy. We'll talk to... I'll talk to Lady by the Podium first. Oh. Look at them. Then that's the bad one of this size. By the podium, Lady by the Podium. Podium.
You don't have to be scared of these canids, Captain. I don't think they're gonna hurt you.
Long enough for canids to sneak around and...
Tilda.
This is a
pleasure.
private party. No solicitors. No vagabonds. No freelancers. If you're here to offer your services as an entertainer, we're not interested.
I was actually here about the Canid review.
Unfortunately, you're too late. The review ended a few days ago. We've submitted our results to the Judiciary Committee and await arbitration. In 8 to 10 short weeks, we'll have the name of a winner. Probably. That gives us 8 to 10 weeks to file a maintenance request. Our technician barred the vault door and then disappeared without a trace.
Unbelievable.
Can you believe that?
Unbelievable. Whatever happened to competent help? Speaking of competent help, you guys in chat there, if you'd remember to leave a like on the stream for me, that would be great. Only if you're enjoying it, though.
Now you're speaking my language. The Musgrave Vault contracted a security consultant from UDL. They sent a technician to install a few security upgrades, anti-dissident auto-mechanicals and the like. That technician barred the vault, but neglected to leave us with a way in from here. He wasn't seen leaving the security room, so I can't imagine where he's gone off to.
Isn't there another way into the trophy room? What about the maintenance tunnels?
The tunnels are guarded by auto-mechanical security. I don't look nearly boorish enough to resemble a UDL guard, so they'd probably shoot me on sight.
Likely.
In any case, I'd rather not step foot in the tunnels. The tunnels are for disposing of unwanted refuse, and no place for a respectable Byzantine.
Perhaps I can find a way into the vault for you. You won't have to dirty your hands.
Your eagerness to serve your betters is commendable. Here's a key card. It should help you get around inside the tunnels. Now, was there anything else? I'd like to get back to mastering over the ceremonies, or people might question why I have this role at all.
I'll be on my way. Well, it's probably going to be shooting time.
Searching. Sustained.
Well, there's the technician.
I sure hope these folks don't mind us borrowing this.
Oh, I'm sure they don't.
Come now, Anubis, you must...
Never cared much for hors d'oeuvres. The word is just grotesque. All those superfluous letters ruin my appetite.
Well, you and me are going to fall out over that, Clarence. Today's your lucky day. I have your trophy.
My trophy! Look at this thing. Have you ever seen a more garish monument to the boredom of the elite? If only Grandfather Mostly were alive today, I would have loved to wave this trophy right in front of his cataracts. I hope you won't take it personally when I say I had my doubts about you. Nothing ever gets done in Byzantium, you see. Competent work is, well, a statistical anomaly.
Names and locations, Clarence, I don't have all day.
Lifting the emergency lockdown requires overrides from the Chem Lab and Human Inquiry. Access to those facilities requires authorizations from 2 senior-level researchers, Marion Blakesley, Jasper Lowe. They went into hiding after the project collapsed, but I've managed to calculate their last known whereabouts within a reasonable margin of error.
Use statistical analysis to figure out the location. Show me that.
I see you're familiar with my technique. I'd love to show you my numbers, but there aren't nearly enough napkins in this room. After the project shut down, I had to keep my mind occupied. I worked on my actuarial tables, calculated the average lifespan of a Spacer's Choice worker, that sort of thing. I realized some of the researchers had to be alive. I ran some numbers, did a little research, and concluded that the 2 most likely survivors are Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe.
You haven't been able to let go of Project Gorgon either.
Nonsense. I just needed a good old-fashioned statistical problem to busy my mind. Keeps the faculties lubricated.
You talk about leaving the past behind, but you still feel responsible.
Let me stop you there. I don't accept anything for free. And if you're going to analyze me, I'd have to go through the trouble of hiring you on contract. Think what you will of my intentions, my calculations are sound. You'll find Marion Blakesley and Jasper Lowe at the enclosed locations.
I've got some questions about these 2 researchers.
I'll tell you what I can.
What do I need to know about Marion Blakesley?
Dr. Marion Blakesley supervised the Human Inquiry and Auditing Facility. Live subjects, measuring tape and syringes, that sort of thing. Someone sabotaged the facility. Blakesley tendered her resignation and vanished. I'm reasonably certain she's hiding in a maintenance bay on Groundbreaker.
Are you sure it was sabotage?
Well, with Spacer's Choice equipment, who even knows? Dr. Blakesley tendered her resignation lawfully, but under suspicious circumstances. If you want to know more, you'd best ask her yourself.
What about this Jasper Lowe guy?
Dr. Lowe described himself as a dazzling genius in his review. I disagreed. Of the 19 criteria that constitute the rubric of genius, Dr. Lowe only met 15. After the project shut down, corporate traded him off to Auntie Cleo in exchange for 5 lab coats. He's been transferred to an orbital lab around Olympus.
You don't think much of this Jasper Lowe guy?
Our office gave Dr. Lowe and his team every opportunity to develop a drug under perfectly reasonable guidelines and generous deadlines. Dr. Lowe failed to meet our requests and largely succeeded in using our supply of drugs to get himself higher than the mortality rate of a line worker at a Saltuna cannery.
That's all I need to know.
Try to exercise caution. It's good for your lifespan.
Oh, Clarence, are you looking out for me?
You did fetch a trophy for my little applause. Technically, that makes you my canid servant, and by the transitive property of employment, my responsibility.
Wow.
No need to sound so astonished. Now, was there anything else?
What can you tell me about Project Gorgon?
Let's try to keep it down, shall we? At least pretend we're being discreet. There's not a lot about Project Gorgon I can tell you. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but I closed that chapter in my life. I've moved on.
I promise I'm not looking for any trouble. I just want information.
Look, don't tell anyone I said this. But if there's anything I've learned by living in Byzantium, it's this. If you go looking for the truth, you are looking for trouble. All right. Ask your questions. And then if you don't mind, don't mention Project Gorgon anywhere near me again.
What exactly went wrong?
Everything. Every project has a margin of failure. We expect setbacks, complications, delays. Project Gorgon experienced a cascade failure. One mistake precipitated another, and another, and another. The labs failed to develop a safe drug. Human Inquiry failed to perform their tests responsibly. An unsafe drug tested on unhealthy subjects by irresponsible supervisors. That's Project Gorgon.
So the project fell apart and your test subjects became marauders.
Anarchy is not a crime. It is a symptom. The undisciplined workplace secretes anarchy the way our glands secrete enzymes. It's a principle of science. Sabotage came first. The chem lab, Human Inquiry, even my own office. Sabotage broke the discipline of our workplace, leading to confusion, leading to escaped subjects, leading to anarchy.
The staff are all dead or missing. You're the only one wearing a tracker.
No one appreciates the value of good data. The holistic surveillance device I wear is an invaluable tool, gathering data on all my day-to-day activities. My former colleagues can go into hiding and live in ignorance for all I care. I prefer the self-examined life.
Your hands aren't clean though, Clarence. You were part of Project Gorgon.
I know. Project Gorgon was a failure of leadership. Leadership to which I belonged. I should have pushed for stricter supervision. We gave the other departments too much freedom and not enough oversight. Spare the rod, spoil the servant. What's on your mind? Let's... All right. Ask your questions. And then if you don't mind...
You must have left Gorgon for a reason. What happened?
It's complicated. I'll be honest, I didn't join Project Gorgon because I wanted to satisfy my intellectual curiosity. I was courting the daughter of a Spacer's Choice family. We were a mathematically congruent match, you see. I had the proofs all written out and everything.
I see where this is going.
I see you've been in the same situation. Yes, she wasn't impressed by my absolute value. After she made her feelings clear, I left the project.
Why did Project Gorgon need an actuary?
Project Gorgon was designed to change the life of every worker on Halcyon. We weren't just building a product, we were trying to build a society. How many workers call Halcyon their home? What do they eat and when? How long do they sleep? How hard do they work? What are their most productive years? When do their organs begin to fail? That's the nature of my work. I study human life in order to determine its value. Jewelers appraise diamonds, and I appraise people.
You can't break someone's life down into an equation. People aren't numbers.
Of course you can. You can break the entire universe down into numbers and statistics. Human beings are as much a part of the universe as weather patterns and orbital mechanics.
Does the name Minnie Ambrose mean anything to you?
Minnie Ambrose? Oh, Olivia's brat. Ambitious, but like the rest of her family, irrelevant. She tried following her mother's example, failed, and if she ever tried again, I couldn't tell you. The name Ambrose doesn't mean anything to me anymore, or to anyone halfway respectable. The Ambroses are, how do I put this politely, obsolete?
Welcome back, Shady. Why? What happened?
A family's name is only as strong as its enterprise. The Musgraves have Rizzos, and the Schuyler's have Auntie Cleo, and so we show those names the respect they deserve. The Ambrose name was associated with Project Gorgon. The project died, and so the Ambrose name died with it. That's just the way the game is played.
No more questions. Thanks for your time. All right. Well, we've got two objectives to go and clean up. But I'm looking at the time now, and we're just coming up on the 3-hour mark. Won't be long now before that ticks over. So I'm going to go over to the Groundbreaker, and we will go and we will talk with the person thereabouts, Marion Blakesley. And depending on how long that takes, we'll wrap it up after that. Let's have a look, see here.
Someone has left a threatening message on your terminal, Captain. I was unable to trace its origin. Please make a note of it. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye.
Threatening note on my terminal.
So then I says, fine, I'll pay you back.
Messages of Sam Grano. From error, origin not found. What a handsome vessel you have, little weasel. The unreliable registered to one, Alex Hawthorne. But that's not you, is it? You stole it from him, just as you intend to steal Gorgon from me. Perhaps I should steal something dear from you in exchange. Your ship, your crew, your life? Fair is fair, after all. Scan proximate relay boy. Charybdis cluster B-0010-04. Probe message origin ID. Transmission tower alpha. Transmission authorization level management. Executive. Gotcha. It's the groundbreaker.
Stop at the groundbreaker auxiliary base.
Let's try.
Hey you, over here. Chat. Whoa, 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 it's Riz. Oh, fucking damn it. Every time. So, hey, you trespassing, and I'm armed. Maybe take a second look at your life choices, pal.
I'm looking for someone. I'm a Marion Blakesley.
Yeah, I know that lady. I know she's looking for, solitude. Guess that's bad news for your plan there.
And who's us exactly?
Yeah, we're the gardeners. We keep order back here on these dangerous streets. Hallways. You know what I mean. Anyway, Blakesley's given us standing orders to strongly discourage anyone who tries to come in. I like to, extrapolate from there.
Does Junlei know you down here?
We ain't subversives. We're gainfully employed. This is a private contract. Miss Junlei can't get too mad if we rough up some trespassers. Especially if I was nice enough to warn him first.
But she might get a little steamed if you hurt her girlfriend.
Huh?
Hi, I'm the girlfriend.
Oh, shit. Fine, fine. You want to check out the lab? Go for it. We won't stop you. But Blakesley's got her own setup in there, and she doesn't like guests. So, if you get shot, I'm telling Junlei I never saw you. This one's clear, guys.
Nice one, Captain.
Nice one yourself.
It's like I don't know what to do with myself.
Come on, this is great. We don't have to beat up miscreants for them anymore.
This must be a step up from Bourse factories, huh?
Doesn't look like either.
You have to be kidding me. I thought I made myself clear. Wait, what's with this camera? Hello? Damn it. Look, I get it. Some people need things spelled out for them. I'm sure one of the automechanicals can explain.
I'm sure they could.
Performing an SCP area. Processing. Area.
humming? Sounds like some kind of generator.
Alright. Time to do the talky-talky part. You and you.
So who the fuck... Oh, wait, hang on, I can't hear a damn thing. Just gonna shut this thing off. Right. Marion Blakesley, what can I do for you, Mr. Home Invasion?
I'm here to collect your credentials on behalf of Space's Choice.
Cute. There have to be easier ways to steal some corporate property. Go chat up Sublight.
Fine. I'm actually here because I need to get into HIA facility on Gorgon.
Gorgon? I holed up in a forgotten cargo bay of a rotting colony ship just so I could never hear that name again. But here you are.
What happened on that asteroid?
I really didn't expect today to go this way. Shit. I should have brought another pack of smokes. The Gorgon project gave us Adrena time in the end, but that's just the Bose Spacer's Choice stuck on the whole mess. Corporate demanded a product they could throw onto shelves. That put the squeeze on low at Chem to develop formulas, samples. But how do you know if the product works? You run tests, see what happens. That's where human inquiry and auditing came in. I ran HIA and HIA ran the tests again and again and again. And what happens is a whole lot of wasted time and even more bodies.
Human auditing.
You met the gardeners. They're nothing but overgrown canids, but people love their fancy names. We were looking for a game changer, something to better the colony. It felt important, worth a few sacrifices. Spacer's Choice. They wanted to sell that change for as many bits as they could. None of us got what we wanted.
But then Space's Choice shut the whole operation down.
We had a few weird accidents, escapes, minor setbacks. But one day, all the test subjects got loose. Sabotage, they said. Wasn't just us. All of the facilities got hit hard. Shut us down for a while. That turned out to be the last straw.
Do you know who was behind it?
Nah, didn't much care by then. Don't care much now. Spacer's Choice wasn't getting much use out of us anymore, so they shuttered the project, kicked Adrena time out the door. And I came here.
You've really been here this whole time.
Not much point in sticking around once the project fell apart. And gardening's supposed to be good for you. It hasn't been that long, 4 years. I lost a few months in the middle somewhere, to be expected.
You're off by a year, but I think that's the least of your problems.
Oh, shit.
Me, I'd like to get going sometime in the near future.
Indulge a scientist. What do you want out of this investigation of yours? Trying to liven up your memoir?
I'm just trying to spice up chapter 3. Someone should know what Space's Choice did.
Really? What good can that possibly do? Your crew feel the same? Heck of a world out here for the shy types. What do you get out of headbutting murderous auto mechanicals for your captain here?
A family. Or something near to it. We don't always get along or nothing, but what family does?
Fair enough. That's all I've got. Here, I still have this pass. Don't much feel like hanging on to it anymore. Made my exit the moment the project started falling apart. Had to steal some credentials. This should get you into the volunteer induction entrance.
You hacked into the Space's Choice database.
Please. I just messaged people with fake demands for their passwords. That's when they didn't just leave codes written down on pieces of paper. If I couldn't talk my way out past a simple facility lockdown, I'd be working for Rizzo's. That'll get you inside. What you do from there, that's up to you.
Any advice? You must have known the facility well.
Come on. I've left it behind me.
Sure, definitely looks like you're coping.
Yeah, well, you have to go on, don't you? Guilt's a useless emotion. What good is thinking about the past over and over and over again?
Help me, and you can put it behind you. I'll take care of everything.
Please, I don't need... Fine. Fine, here, I remember one of my access codes. Just punch in the keypad equivalent for replication. Should get you into the offices. Maybe get you to my terminal a little sooner. Go test that persistence of yours out on Gorgon.
I'll leave you be.
Yeah. I'll make sure the auto mechanicals don't bother you on the way out.
Some sort of Faraday cage. All right. Oh,
Ooh, what'd you find?
stuff. All right. Jody says, sorry, was helping Dad cook and then had to shout. No, it's all good, dude. It's all good. Yeah. IRL always takes precedence over URL. That is the rule we live by. All right. Okay. Nothing either. All right. Okay, so the man in high orbit is the next quest that we will be taking on, but that will be one for next time. Oh man, yeah. 3 hours has flown by again, and I gotta say, so far, I'm enjoying this one a little bit more than I did, Murder on Eridanos. I think the not spending too long in one place is actually kind of beneficial. You know, the thing with the Murder on Eridanos is like we spent a lot of time in a very, very vibrantly purple environment. And I do like the sound design on this one so far. I do. I think so far the design seems to be a little bit tighter and it's a little bit less wearing on the old eyeballs there. You know, stuff seems to be developing at a good pace, and yeah, all in all, I'm enjoying this a little bit more. So yeah, let's wrap things up for today then. And really quickly save game, new save, resume. All that being said, thank you guys, honestly, all you guys there in chat. It's I know I say this very often, but it continues to be true. But yeah, it's great to have you all with me, hanging out, asking questions, having fun, just chilling. It's yeah, it's a blast to have you all here on these Sci-Fi Sundays. Coming up, obviously this week on Tuesday, I should be returning it to old school. I want to get some stuff practiced, some stuff worked out ahead of time, ready for the upcoming league. Yeah, there's a new league coming out in November of this year, and it will be, I think it's November anyway, yeah, Raging Echoes. I've already got some of the music work done, and yeah, I'm getting the graphical work underway. We don't know an awful lot about it just yet, so yes, I'm holding off on some things until we know more. Look at that character, isn't it cool? Yeah. So yeah, so more prep there. Somewhere down the line, I've got to renew my membership as well. I let that slip. Yeah. So if sort of medieval fantasy RPG is more your kind of cup of tea, yeah, look for that on Tuesday. Probably a little bit earlier as well there, and I might even run it a little bit longer because I am enjoying my escape time at the moment. Yeah. And then, of course, coming up on this Thursday, myself, Mr. Zelthor, and Miss Chaos Eve, we will be obviously returning to Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree, the DLC for Elden Ring, and we've not got an awful lot left to do before the end of the game, but we are in N-014, and we will be running through that, and I'm looking forward to it. The place looks really, really cool. So, If you like your Souls-likes or you like your majestic landscapes, that sort of thing, make sure you join us there. That will be, of course, 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 9 p.m. Central Time, and 4 a.m. Central European Time, Thursday night, Friday morning. And then, naturally, as is the case every week, or pretty much every week, over on the Polydub channel, you will be able to find me on Noir Bar. Yes, indeed. Not gaming related, obviously, but, yeah. Just a talky, relaxing, good time over on the Polydub channel. You can find links to all of the people who I have just mentioned on my channel page if you are so inclined. You'll also find a link to Farzusmi's channel as well. She also does fantastic gaming content. Crazy stuff, different kind of thing to what I do. But yeah, that's always fun. So if you aren't already subscribed to those people, make sure that you go and subscribe to them as well. If you aren't already subscribed to me, I mean, that's fine, I guess, but, you know, you really should be. If you're listening in the future and you didn't get a chance to take part in chat, maybe you got some questions, some queries, some concerns about this game or any of the games that I play, well, you can leave me a comment down below. I'll get a notification when those come through, and I will endeavour to get back to you at the next most convenient juncture. So yeah, go ahead and do that. And if you would be so very kind on the way out of this stream, or this video playback if you are watching in the future, to click that like button, that would be grand. I know I keep saying it, but it really is one of the best ways to help me out. And yeah, also let me know what kind of things you're enjoying. So yeah. All that said, thank you very much again, ladies and gentlemen, and we will catch you in the next one, next Sunday, next Sci-Fi Sunday, The Outer Worlds. Peril on Gorgon. Good night, everybody.